Hey guys, nothing but today. I hope you guys are doing alright. And today's been an interesting day because we had the Monster Hunter, we had Capcom's event for E3, and it wasn't that great. But we got some, we got some Rise info and stories info, which is cool. But to my surprise, people were hoping and expecting Monster Hunter World 2 to be shown. That that baffles me beyond comprehension. Like I can't believe I don't know how people could expect that to come literally when Rise just got released 3 months ago. Like if you knew, I mean, if you even thought about gaming development or Monster Hunter in its past or anything, or COVID or anything in general, it doesn't make any sense. Now, where is this coming from? So my speculation, and I don't really like to talk about leaks, but my speculation is, the leaks from Capcom, when they got the data breach, they said Monster Hunter World 2 is in development, and even on the thing, it said Monster Hunter World 2 was in development for 2023, which is 3 years after. 3 years after Rise would initially came out, because Rise initially was actually slated for last year. Monster Hunter, they came out. The team came out in an interview saying that the game was actually supposed to launch last year, but COVID really pushed things back. And people don't understand how COVID really has pushed back a lot in game development. Me myself, I'm a software engineer. I've been developing apps for phones specifically. I'm a software engineer for six years, and that's just mobile development in a small team, and that's pushed back projects far compared to how it used to be. Just imagine working in a massive team with hundreds of people working on one thing, with voice acting and all this to get done in multiple languages. It's a tremendous amount of work. I don't expect Monster Hunter World 2 to be announced until 2024. 2023, late 2023 at the earliest, but 2024. But even if you didn't know that and you didn't think about that, it just why would they release 2 months on the games in the release window for those 2 months on the games, talk about another one? That doesn't make any sense at all. These 5th gen games, they're on a larger scale than the past games anyway in general. So if we did do your research and you said, okay, well, Monster Hunter 4U came out, and then Monster Hunter Gen came out, and then we had Iceborne, World and Iceborne in the span of like 4 or 5 years. So Monster Hunter 3, 4, and 5, Monster Hunter 3, 4, and Gen are built pretty much on the same engine. So working on top of it was pretty damn easy. They all have similar assets, similar everything. It wasn't as difficult as working on World or working on Rise, which is whole different engines, whole different architecture, everything. Working on those games are much bigger scale than the previous games. On top of that, World literally just wrapped up last year, and Rise is going on now. Rise doesn't even have an Ultimate Edition. That's like expecting Monster Hunter, well, whatever other Monster Hunter. I guess at the time we probably just called it Monster Hunter Portable, before Iceborne even came out. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand where this is coming from. I'm sorry to be blunt, but it sounds stupid to me. It actually sounds stupid. It sounds ridiculous that people were actually expecting that to happen. I don't even know what to say apart from that. It's like thinking of it on so many different levels. COVID, game development takes ages. The history of Monster Hunter in general, and just common sense of marketing and development. Why would you release another game in the same series, the same genre as well? Remember, Monster Hunter Stories 2 is not the same genre as Monster Hunter Rise. In the span of a couple months. Okay, let's think of what certain arguments that people might say. Okay, they might say, well, Rise is only on Switch. Well, it's coming on PC next year. And that's another thing. It hasn't even released on PC. Why would you talk about the next game when Rise isn't on PC yet? That makes no sense. But let's think of it. They could say, maybe PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, 1. Yeah, you could say that. But that doesn't hold much weight as, well, Iceborne actually only just finished off. And even saying that, it doesn't make sense, because then at the same time, why didn't Rise come out while Iceborne was being made then? Like, why didn't they do that? It was a different platform, right? I don't understand your logic. There's only one thing that I could think of these people saying, and I doubt they're gonna say this because I don't think they do their research. But Gen U came to the West on Switch later in 2018, so after World came out, it came to the Switch. They could say that. And well, to be honest, even if you did say that, you know, it was just a localization. That game came out ages ago before. It came out ages ago before. I think 2016 it came out, or 2017 it came out in Japan. So it's a port. It's a late port on a different system. And like I was saying, it's built on the same architecture. They're just bringing it over because Switch didn't have anything. PlayStation and Xbox have Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. If those games are so fantastic and amazing to you guys, what's wrong? Why can't you still play them? Why are you just hoping already for Monster Hunter 6 already? It's just a weird thing, and it definitely seems like it's coming from the new fans who don't really understand. But it's not even just they don't understand Monster Hunter. It just seems like they don't understand things in general. That's what it sounds like to me. And it's rude to say, but it just sounds like that. It just sounds ridiculous, honestly. If you really think about it. Oh my god. Video's going longer than expected. That's all pretty much I got to say. Yeah. Wow. People baffle me, man. People really baffle me. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.